Hello PCMS parents and guardians, just wanted to give you a quick update on the start of the school year. First of all, I want to say thank you for your flexibility with all of the new procedures and policies that we have in place this year. I know that has not been easy for anybody, but no surprise, this community has been very patient and flexible and great to work with, so thank you for that. I do want to say that it does seem like the students are very happy to be back. Even those that won't admit it, I can tell that they're happy to be here, and it's been good to see them and to get back to some sense of normalcy to start off the school year. And the kids have done a great job of adapting, which shouldn't be that much of a surprise, but they're doing well with a lot of the new regulations and wearing of face masks and staying 6 feet apart. And we're just having to constantly remind them, but mostly they're doing a great job. So if you could give them a pat on the back for that, we would appreciate it. I wanted to talk about a couple of key issues. One of them is Chromebooks, and we are one-to-one, so students should be bringing Chromebooks home regularly. The biggest thing you can do as parents and guardians to help us with that is just to remind your student and make sure that they bring their Chromebook to school charged every day, because we are going to be using those as often every day, and hopefully more and more as our teachers learn more and become more comfortable in using those for a learning tool. The other thing is my, again, suggestion, and I would greatly urge parents and guardians to sign up for the insurance. Insurance is $23. It's different at the middle school, so make sure you're using the middle school rate of $23. But those insurance forms can be filled out. I believe we put another post up with some instructions on how to do that, but you can find your child's serial number on the bottom of their Chromebook, and you just need to send that back to the school with a check or cash for $23. If you want to mail that to us, just send that to us here at the school's address, attention treasurer. But it is $23 for the middle school, not $25. That's the high school. Also, we have Chromebook agreements. We've gotten a lot of those back, but we still need some more. So make sure that you look over, sign, and send back the Chromebook agreement with your student, and they can just drop it off by the office as they come in. One last thing with Chromebooks is that I'd like to see if parents can help us by just seeing if they can connect those at home with their students, and then also make sure that students know how to log into Canvas and their email and get some practice doing those things at home outside of school. And hopefully we can get used to doing that while we're still in session, and if we have to go to virtual for a day here or there or maybe longer, students will be well versed in how that works. So I would appreciate your assistance with that. There should be a list of forms attached to this post. Those are all of the forms that we've handed out and still need. And so I would, again, appreciate parents and guardians' assistance that they would look over that list and send back any of the forms that they have not yet. We can definitely use those, and especially this year where so much is up in the air. The more information we have from all of you, the better it is for both of us. Masks. Students have done a great job wearing masks with the governor's mandate, and we just have a little bit of advice for kids. If you have an extra mask, they should have gotten 3 masks from us here at the school, but one good thing to do, or a guideline, is to have them keep an extra mask in their backpack or locker at all times, just in case they do forget one. They have an extra there, and just kind of keep that an extra as a sacred cow that they don't touch in case of emergencies. And the other thing is, you might want to remind your student to, or ask them, has that mask been washed in a while? Had some teachers, I don't know if they're concerned ahead of time, or or if there's some that are already starting to get stinky, but that might be something to remind your student of as well. From time to time, the guidance office has important updates and reminders for students regarding different programs, 21st Century Scholars, things like that. And so in an effort to make that more digital, they're using Remind, or the Remind app, to get some of those messages out this year. So if for parents who are interested in receiving those updates, there are instructions in this post on how to sign up for that. And I do want to say that I've been a part of groups that send out too many messages, and so we are going to strictly keep this to just the very important messages that you might need. So you're looking at a number of messages maybe is 1 or 2 a month. We're definitely not going to send out 2 or 3 things every day. We don't want to do that to you. So if you're interested in that, the remind instructions for receiving guidance updates is attached to this post. One more item is lunch. This was a challenge at the beginning of the year, and I know the students were hungry for much longer than they wanted to be, but I am glad to report that the lunches have really come along, and the students have adapted very well, and special thanks to Joyce Ellis and her crew for working extra hard and figuring out some things to get our kids through the lunch line quickly. We've been able to reduce lunch times a great deal just over the course of 1 week, and students are now very quickly getting through the lunch line and having more than enough time to eat, and that's going much, much better. I know many of the students expressed concern to me about the lunches, especially in the first 2 days, but that has seemed to come under control. And again, special thanks to Joyce and all of our North Gibson students for being patient, working with us, and just being very adaptable as kids usually are.